So we can start now our part 2 of our lab. So till now I have configured the captive portal. Now we are going to configure the global protect. For that we should go to the network, and first thing that we need to do, go to the interface. We can go to the tunnel and then add the tunnel number. Let's skip the 1 and let's going to the default route, and in the zone you can create the zone is GPVPN. So GPVPN is our zone, and then you can click the you can also enable the authentication if you want, and then get OK. Now tunnel is configured. Now on the next you have to configure the certificate. So for that you have to go to the device and then go to the certificate, and certificate you can configure the local certificate, generate the certificate, and certificate name local CA, going to the local or so it is going to the local CA. So it is now you can give the common name as if you want. I can go to my LB. So I can give the my lab local and signed by it is certified authority, and you can put here also anything that like or if you not want, you can now if you give the IP address of our PaloAlto, so I can give 192.168. outside interface is 3.6 as you understand. Okay, I can generate that. Now it is automatically generated, and now we have to configure another certificate. It is for the client. So local PA GP. So local PA GP PaloAlto Global Protect certificate, and common name I can should common name 192.168.3.6. So this is the public IP address of our interface. So this is actually 6. Okay, so I give in that. So in other thing, this is actually certified by local CA. So that is clear. This is the local PA GP certificate, which is certified by local CA, and you can generate that. And you need to be install this thing in the PC. So I can use this system only for connecting to the PaloAlto gateway. So I just click here, and the both. In fact, I need to install that. Basically, I go to install export certificate, and then export. You don't need to private key, I think. So just, and you can I can say local certificate is already there. Okay, so this is the thing. Now what to do? Now you configure the SSL SSL service profile. Okay, so that is required to do now. So go to the add GP cert profile, and certificate name should be local GPCA. This is certificate we are using. Okay, so that is to be done. Now what to do? Now certificate part is done. Then you can going to check the you can create the user actually the device. You can see the local user. Then configure basically the GP user 1 and password So we generated that interface. Now we can obviously second part is to be configure the certificate profile. So certificate authentication profile. So already there is one requirement for CP. Now I can GP local AUPH. Okay, so GP local AH, and here we can configure that is local database, and advanced you select or you can add from list. You can, if you all, or you can select only for the GP part. This everything is to be you can done. So that is not required. So let me add again. Let all. So all, okay. So that is to be done. I think I don't need anything more. Then we go to OK. So now you can see that you can configure the local user and certificate you can configure. Now what to do, what need to configure, it is going to the network and then can gateway. So the gateway, now you can configure GP GATE WA gateway, and which interface it is configured, it is Antonio or internet interface. So it is 1/1, 1/1. Okay. Now we have to configure the authentication. On authentication, you have to add the SSL certificate for GP, and then you have to configure authentication for client authentication. Now you can give the GP CLIENT AUP client auth. Authentication profile names you can give the GP local auth, not CP but GP, because CP is captive portal. And rest of the things okay. Only you have to give the user credential or certificate. Both not required. Anything, if you have anything, that is to be able to log in. Now it is done. Then you have to configure the agent. On the agent, you can go in tunnel mode. Okay, see by the tunnel which I configure added basically. Now we can go to the client setting. Add the client setting. GP gateway client. So source is any user source, and anything you can able to access global protect. It is not required. IP pool, it is required. Provide the IP pool. So what IP pool I give him? I can get 10.20.30.40 to 10.20.30.50. This is a pool that I can provide. Then we will do speed tunnel. Speed tunnel is which network is accessed through this global protect connection. That is actually mentioned on this speed tunnel. So I can give the our LAN network range. So that's why I can configure 192.168.1.0/24. This network actually is in our LAN site. So you can configure that. Network service, we can provide the DNS number if you want. That you can give 8.8.8.8. So it is done. So rest of thing is not required. Only client setting and tunnel setting is required. Then go to the OK. Then go to the portal, add portal. Then you can go. They go the GP GP portal interface. Is GP portal is outside interface or internet interface. Rest of thing is to be then going to the authentication, GT cert, SSL profile. That is to mention. Then you have to add the client. Well, protect portal CLIENT client. So anyways you can connect it, and then go to GP local authentication, and then or same configuration. Yes, it is okay. Now we have to add this. Now we're going to the agent. On the agent you have to add agent. Okay, now you can configure the GP total agent configuration. So okay, that is to be none, not required at the moment. Other thing is to be not to be changed. Configuration criteria all is any, that is okay. The open internal, open the external. Now it is to configure. Now I configure the GP total gateway, and there I can configure IP. So which IP you should be connected, 192.168.3.6. okay. Now we can, the reason you can say, you can provide all, anything you can add any, that is okay. I think that is done here. Now we have to be configure, add the, so this is to be done internal client here, client criteria internal, and okay. So now we have to only delete the trust. There is a local CA, it is a trusted root. Okay, so that is done. I think something missing. Let me local CA add, and okay, let it be deleted first. Duplicate entry, add local CA trusted. Maybe any entry is missing, that's why it is not taking. Let me check again. Okay, I have to configure, nothing is to be there. Agent, this one is okay, that's why it is showing okay, but I don't know, third party VPN is not required here. So this configuration is okay, but when it is coming to output general, something missing. Let me check that. Authentication, agent. Okay, client list is not required, agent is required. I think in the agent is everything is okay, that's why it is showing okay, but still check. Internal is not required, external is okay. App, authentication method, client certificate, local or none. You see, when I change, it is not matched, then it is say it is not been. Now here also something is missing. I don't know what is this. Okay, there is an overhead key is mentioned here, that I will not taking. You can understand, this is very important thing that you know. If anything configuration is missing or additional configuration you done, then configuration is not saved. So that is very important learning that you understand today. So you not necessarily that configuration is bad, but you can somehow edit some configuration by mistake, or you edit something, then also it is not saved. So it is important. I cannot mention here this thing, but still it is showing there. So maybe this is a mistake taken. That is this. Now you have to be commit that, and you can. Now you have to configure the policy. Okay, it's important to configure the policy. Let me configure policy. I think when I required, that policy is required, because security policy is very important. So two policies required. One is GP policy means we can do intra policy. You can configure the not intra policy. You have to configure. Source is the internet, and destination will be not there, because the and you have to be configure some special thing. For example, SSL you required, plus what you require, anything to CAN OS. If you can, for the lab purpose we can use the all, but in the practical purpose you need to be configure PAN global protect, then PAN global protect, plan web interface, that is actually required. So you require that. It is not all, then you can do the allow all. Now it is done, one configuration, and then another is if you want you can get to up, and then you configure another thing is to be, now it will configure GP policy. What is the GP policy? For traffic. So source, you can add source, GP policy, and and both the GP policy and LAN and internet, and destination also you need GP policy. So GP policy LAN is required. Also going to the internet, we can give it, but if not required, we can delete that. No issue. What is that? If it is required or it is not required, you can then learning also that thing. So more overall, this is to be configured. So what we are configured? First we configure the for revise this thing. Tunnel we are configured. Then we are configured going to the device. We are configured local user. Then we are configured the certificate, and then we are configured the SSL profile, then SSL service profile, then we configure going to the network, then gateway configure, and then portal we are configure. After that we do the some policy configuration. Let's see how it is work or not. So this is my system. So first I install this root certificate on my system, and we are putting the root trusted root. Now one thing we have to check before you can try, this is a firewall time, that is just important. So it will sync with this current time. So for that we can give this Asia Pacific. Asia. It is asking because let me first check, then I can do that. Asia. Asia Calcutta. Now time, what is Asia Calcutta? 3 means 15 for 15 20. Let's change the 20. It's the time now. So let's log in on. Go to device. Now see if the time is changed or not, that we check. Click the gear, and then you click again Asia. Kolkata. Yes, Kolkata, and then automatically can then okay, and then commit. The time is over sync. Now we can try. Okay, I have already configured the global protect. So connection failed. Let me set this thing and let sign out, and then try again. What is our this is GP user 1. So it's ADNAM added 1 2 3. Let's see what happens. Is show connected, so everything is to be fine. So you can get the thing. Now are you able to ping the local network? So for that, first you have to check this, firewall is status. So unless the firewall is off, you are not able to check. Okay, now what is IP? CMD. So IP config. So now it is IP config. So let from my system means from this system, are you able to ping the 40? That is the point. If you then 50, now ping 192.168.1.50. Are you able to ping? Yes. So it is done. Then how we can check on the file also we can have monitor, then you can global protect. In the global protect you can check that how it is working or not. You can see there is a lot of log. GP user is connected. Okay, everything is to be shown here. So you understand that now it is working as per expectation. So I can pause now and I can start the third part of our lab to integrate AD with our lab with LDAP protocol, and then configure the authentication profile, and let's check how you are able to authenticate with the domain user or not. That have to be checked. Thanks.